Greetings, peoples. Welcome to the Salt Grinder. It's been a while since we canceled a few. We played around a few, but we're going to switch around the time for now. We're going to try this time, which is about 9 p.m. My time, instead of it being very early in the morning, and hopefully that's more comfortable for most. We have a bunch of stuff to talk about. First things first, we have to congratulate the coronavirus for finally reaching us all the way from Asia. Congratulations. We got 3 of them quarantined.
Now everybody's actually taking it seriously. There were memes all over, like last couple of weeks, memes, people saying that they deserved it for not being Muslim. And now it came to the Muslims.
No, dude, the superstition involving the coronavirus is something beautiful to behold. And only when it reaches people, only when it's right at the door, people start freaking out. And I don't get why. Mortality rate is like below 1% or something, 2%.
Probably it's the elderly that die, mostly. Or people
to fix the elderly
systems,
The only freaky thing, right, is that it doesn't have a cure yet, and it could have worse symptoms. But it's fine. Don't fucking freak out. The prices of face masks went all the way from like nothing to like $20 or something. For what? Why?
They just passed a law in Kuwait, Kuwaiti law that says
sets the prices.
Sets the prices to maybe less
to make sure people don't abuse it. But that's one thing. We have to congratulate the coronavirus, and we have to congratulate Blizzard for. I have to say this, like Blizzard, like every 2 weeks, like I wake up one day and I know Blizzard fucked up, and then I open YouTube and lo and behold, people are angry at Blizzard, and their latest one is of course on not Minecraft, Warcraft, right?
Warcraft 3, yeah.
Reforged, yeah. Warcraft 3 Reforged. So they did it. They did a tournament. And in an offline tournament, they disconnected twice, and that caused one of the players to actually lose his bout, because every time there was a disconnect, they restarted the game. The bloody game doesn't pause if you disconnect. So what happens is this guy gets screwed over, everybody gets angry, and Blizzard stays super quiet. And I don't get it. And you know more than me on Warcraft and all this shit. And it's just how bad is it? How like that even online is not viable.
Keep in mind, like even the 20-year-old game or 15-year-old game, it's LAN. It's not supposed to be disconnecting. It's like how do I describe the most reliable way to connect? How do you fuck up a LAN game? I don't know.
How do you fuck up a remake of a game? Isn't it like just a reskin?
Yeah, they didn't say exactly they add new features. All they did say was add new skins, make the game look better, improve the UI, and maybe revamp. No, they said that they will revamp the cutscenes, and they're exactly the same. They said they're going to make a new campaign at the beginning, but then they scratched that out.
So, nothing. How much did you pay for the game?
I think full price.
Full price?
Hold on, let me check real fast.
So, a remake that gives you nothing, poorly optimized, without even the same multiplayer features, is full priced.
That was a mistake. It's probably $30 or $40. It says here.
$40, and everybody refunded it, right? Everybody refunded.
It's 30-30, not 40. Let me just check.
So,
Yeah, continue.
so like, I have difficulty understanding Blizzard as a company because I'm a late comer to the Blizzard hype. I don't understand it. You, as a person who played Blizzard for a while, Hamoud, like tell us your experience.
Well, so far, to be honest, like if you told me like 2 or 3 years ago Blizzard will be fucking up a Warcraft 3 remake, I would be laughing in your face. Like I wouldn't say that Blizzard is exactly that makes like good games, but I would say is that once you buy a game, you all have fun with it. Like they kind of respect your time. At least they used to before listening Overwatch. They used to respect your time. They always released optimized games, reliable games. Like if you buy a game from Blizzard, you'll have fun. That was my my presumption maybe 3 years ago. But after Overwatch release, after the Diablo thing, after this, what happened to Blizzard? I'm not exactly the biggest fan of you. I just try out your games, but what happened? How did you fuck up? What like got you successful as a company, which is Warcraft 3? Hello.
This is what happens when we change the time.
Yeah.
People show up.
Everybody joins. Everybody joins.
Welcome, Aziz. What do you think of Blizzard?
Blizzardo. Dude, I was watching the Overwatch League live. They crashed
Okay.
4 times in one game. Even
They got
Paladin
used to it
League
by
not
now.
managed to do that. I was like, why are my jeans here? Go away.
Like
Yes.
game of the year, by the way, guys.
Yes,
That
game
was
of the
Game of
year.
the year, yeah.
Game of the year. Crashed
Also-
4 times. Same game.
Yeah, Hamoud.
What did I want to say? Yeah. Also, like everybody was looking forward to Warcraft 3. You wanted to imagine like the hype was so big, so big. Everybody wanted to play it, including me. I wanted to buy it on release, but of course I know better than that. So I checked the reviews, and behold, I'm disappointed but happy at the same time that Blizzard got smacked. But still, it's my game.
No, here's the thing, Aziz. Tell me your experience with the cult of Overwatch when you were playing Paladins and after you joined in Overwatch. That is a nice story to tell people.
Oh shit. So, January 2020, I woke up and I said, I want to play Overwatch. Just like that. Just like that. So I went to the website and there's a New Year's discount. I got the game for like 20 euros or something.
Oh, good, not full price. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm not that desperate, Sean.
Right.
So I bought the game and I started playing. And first, okay, I was lonely. Okay, I was testing the game, the feels of the game. It felt good, but you don't like to play a game alone. It feels
Especially a team game, yeah.
yeah, it feels
So
better.
you called me.
So I called Hamoud, I called my brother, I called, and a lot of people like pitched in. Like we were playing consistently. Then I streamed the game, and
On your channel, DarkraiQ8.
the DarkraiQ8 subscribe, and I opened the stream. I was alone. I was playing alone. Hour in the stream, we have a team of 6. People went crazy. No, this is a game you stream. This is the best game of the year. Seriously? Like, people are
No.
so... They like sucking that Blizzard dick so bad. So bad, it makes your whole body cringe. Like, come on, people. Like, what's with Blizzard games? I don't see the appeal. Okay, Overwatch is fun, but
That's pretty much it.
not
Dude,
that
I-
fun.
I became a fan for 4 days. That's it. That's all I could have handled.
Dude, I remember back in the day, during the Overwatch era, right? When it just came out, everybody was like super hyped. It's like the new FPS that's going to take over the entirety of the FPS genre, diverse collection of characters, all of that stuff, right? I went through all of that period and I was looking at it and everybody was excited. I wasn't an FPS person. So I'm like, okay, I'm happy that the genre is evolving. Then 5 days after release, all I hear from Hamoud is like, like just an amalgamation of rants, right? And eventually I pick up the controller. And here's my experience with Overwatch. I
Picked up the mouse.
yeah, the mouse, right. Because I picked up the mouse to play and I got jumped into a lobby and then I died and I didn't know what happened. So I quit. And I'm like, fuck this game.
Dude, there is a reason. There is a reason. Like old guys like me like hero shooters because of the health bar. You know, we have slow reactions. We need time to adjust to what's happening. So I cannot play. I cannot play a game of CS:GO without me getting one shot and it needs me 300 seconds to actually process what happened. It takes me a health bar. I need my health bar to slowly adjust. But that health bar in Overwatch is nothing. You get one tapped, one shot, CC'd like crazy. You cannot even play the game. Some instances, you cannot even move. Like, okay, I exit the spawn, then I cannot move. Some Boomber, I'm Boomber.
Go play your little Overwatch.
هذا Overwatch fanboy 1 2 3.
Yeah, 1 2 3. Oh, sorry, 1 5 1 5.
Overwatch, has its, fun moments, but the game is severely unbalanced. It promotes crowd control.
Yeah.
Severely promotes toxicity. Like it's insane. Like I've played Rainbow Six. I've played CS:GO. I've played Paladins, which is a hero shooter. None of these three games promote, flip table attack. They don't. They don't. Flip table attack only comes from, having a full health bar, and it's 0 at one instance. This is insane.
No. Here's the thing, and that's something that when you told me about, I couldn't believe. Right? Mm-hmm. Tell me about the black screen glitch.
Yes. Fucking Blizzard fans are so entitled to their game. We Blizzard polish. We polish. Blizzard is fine game. There isn't a Blizzard game in 2020 that can run properly. You need to know that. There isn't a Blizzard game that can run properly. Yeah. My PC setup, I'm not saying I'm a tech guy, super tech guy, but I like to tweak my tech. So I overclocked my CPU, I overclocked my GPU, I overclocked my RAM, just for the sake of doing it. Just for the sake of doing it. All of my games run.
Look at the comments.
All of my games run smoothly. I run rainbows at ultra settings. I run every other game. When I start playing Overwatch, I get these weird black screen. Suddenly, an ooze of black that invades my screen slowly, and you're like, come on, just that one bit, and something like mercury attack on your screen. Then you cannot see anything. You can move, you can see your teammates, the aura, the blue aura of your teammates, but you cannot see anything. It doesn't go when you respawn. It doesn't go when you do anything. So you have to restart the game and hope for God that it's gone and it comes back. I tried all the solutions there are. I reset the game integrity. I delete cache, deleted temporary files, deleted the game and reinstalled it. Nothing worked. And then out of desperation, Google when you hit, page number 2, you're desperate. Like page number 2, come on, give me something. And one guy says there is a possibility that the overclocking software is contradicting with the Blizzard launcher. So what do? I turn off my overclocking GPU software, turn it off, and God and behold, it's working. Exactly, dude. It's the dark.
You're desperate.
Some guy told me, just turn off your overclocking software. And I did. And I turned off my overclocking software. And it turns out that Blizzard game is so good that an overclocked GPU cannot render it. What is this shit? What is this
Blizzard.
shit? I lost 30 FPS because of my unoverclocked GPU just to play the game.
So every time you want to play Overwatch, you have to
I turn off my
off.
overclock.
Yeah.
Yes. Because the GPU cannot render it.
So
This is your Blizzard games, people.
so
Bad.
I don't get the hype. How did this game get Game of the Year? That's what I cannot understand.
I can say one thing. It's weird. Blizzard is trying to make a competitive game, but they're trying to make it easy for everybody. Those things don't fit in together. You have alts that, as you said, flip the table, flip the odds. It's just weird. The game is easy to play, but it's a competitive game. How? How do you do that?
No, you can make an easy to play game and have it be competitive. I mean, Paladins is pretty easy. It's foolproof. I enter, pick an over like a dead inside character and just fucking shoot. But when I entered Overwatch, I did not understand what was happening. The appeal of Paladins was that I understood what was happening. So it's not about making it easy for everybody. Like, isn't that every phone game's fucking advertising fucking slogan? It's easy to play but hard to master. Like it exists.
With Kojima's picture like this.
Yes, with Kojima doing this.
Dude, I tell you why Overwatch took the 2016 Game of the Year. It's easy. There are no competition, all right? There are no competition. In 2016, the only hero shooters, there were 3 hero shooters. Overwatch, Team Fortress 2, and Paladins. Paladins were there. Paladins were made maybe before Overwatch. But Paladins at 2016, it was in beta. It did not even get released, so it's out. So you have only 2 games, actually. So Overwatch, Team Fortress 2. I never played Team Fortress 2, so I don't know what's the pros and cons. And in 2016, when Overwatch came, and the hype of the genre, you have to give it to Blizzard. They know how to promote their shit. Dude,
They promoted the Warcraft 3 Reforged, right? But look what happened.
Yes. Blizzard are kings of media, kings of the media. They sell you dirt like it's a gold, and you buy it, and you like it, and you lick it. Both.
They're only good at making cinematics.
Dude,
no, here's the thing.
Don't get me wrong. I played Overwatch. I've enjoyed Overwatch. Is it a perfect game? No. And no other games are perfect. Is it the best game? Definitely not. But people, the problem is with the people. Those Apple fans are ruining everything.
No, here's the thing. You guys are missing something very important. The real reason it won Game of the Year is not what anything Aziz mentioned. It's very simply this. All right? Okay?
What's this?
Okay? It's this. This. Oh, happy National Day, by the way, guys.
We're on Google.
Akran, where are you? Akran.
Let's not pretend that this is not the case.
Dude,
it's Tracer.
Let me tell you something. I was surprised when I played Overwatch. I skimmed through the whole cast of Overwatch. Their over sexualization of character is very minimal. I'm not counting skins, of course.
Okay.
There
Fair
are only
enough.
maybe 1-2 characters that are overly sexual, maybe one character only. Compare it with Paladins. It's super sexualized as a game. Overwatch is not and very sexualized game, but they promoted it as such, and a lot of
Thank you, Mahmoud.
how about my t-shirt, huh? How about my t-shirt? And the community, the Rule 34, and all of people. So the thing is, when you give me a very sexualized character, I don't need to make Rule 34 for it. Maybe one post. But if you give me, this character decently clothed, fantasy stocks. Shit.
The way you're describing it, Aziz, it's like you're discovering the atom. It's like it's a new thing. It's so.
Dude,
It's like you just discovered Rule 34 exists.
you remember our discussion back in Babushka's place when
Yeah,
Abby,
what was-
yes, dude, I was look at me. This is a story time. I was ranting in the Duane. Who was there? This guy, the bald guy, Abby, me, and Babushka. I was ranting. I'm sick of these people, picking characters because they are, they are attracted to them sexually. It's not because it's a woman. You pick her because you're attracted to her. Maybe, the character is good. I was very furious. I don't understand these people. And Ali is calming me down, and Abby is like, it's taking it all in. Then he exploded to me. Like, Aziz, this is the point. You don't understand. I was like, you guys don't do this? He was like, yes, this is the point. It was, culture shock for me. I started gaming in 2018. Before that, I was in the mosque. So there is a transition. There is a huge transition. I am very sick of people who pick characters because they're attracted to them sexually. Not because it's a female character or male character. You pick it because you are sexually attracted to her. Maybe design looks cool. Maybe the base kit of the character, the guns and the bows and the arrows, but not because you're sexually attracted to the character. And that was, it's Game of Thrones PTSD.
You described 80% of Overwatch's community.
And I did not know that.
Dude, here's the thing. Back when Louis was on the stream, remember? Good times, right? he would tell me about Apex Legends, right? And there's one particular character there called Wraith, and he had a particular revealing skin of Wraith that he worked hard to grind, right? He was having fun, and then he was playing around, and one of his cousins looked at that Wraith skin. It was like, how do you get that?
Take my money, take my soul, take my virginity. Just give me the skin.
Exactly, right? So here's the thing. And when Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, was being promoted, one of the posters was of Sonic sitting in like a high-rise building. His he's playing around with his waving his legs, yeah. And when that happened, the internet went crazy. And what they said is that, thank you for the feet. Right?
It's like the Yu-Gi-Oh card I told you about. It's like the Yu-Gi-Oh card I told you about. Oh. Dude,
So
Rule number whatever. Never post your feet on the internet.
nope.
Look at my feet, people. What is this?
Here's the thing, right?
Okay.
The internet does not need skins. They just need the suggestion.
The feet.
And I remind you, the beginning of Overwatch, Blizzard was so happy to reveal that Tracer was a lesbian. They were so excited. And the internet all looked at each other, and looked at themselves, and they're like, nope.
Look, Aziz. Imagine like the company going silent on the comics and the reveals of the characters. 6 months. They finally released a new comic. Finally, some new lore on the characters. Tracer's lesbian. That's it. And Soldier's
No,
gay.
This is lore, huh? This is lore.
Yes.
No.
But yeah, moving on from this very odd topic, I did mention Sonic, and the three of us did go to Sonic the movie. And in my opinion, in my personal humble opinion, Sonic the Hedgehog is the perfect hour and a half movie. The structure of it, the pacing of it, the landing of the punchlines, the writing of the plot, the simplicity of everything all screams to me a brilliant hour and a half kids film, PG-13. You can only say fuck once. It was brilliant. I loved every second of it. It was a movie that was so good it made the Fortnite reference get a laugh out of me, and that alone makes it the perfect hour and a half movie. What do you guys think?
We were laughing the whole time. I agree with you. At the back, we were the only guys laughing. The other boomers in the theater.
Got zero references.
Yeah.
There were so many like US related jokes that if you only knew proper English you can put together, and everybody was like, and we were like, and then everybody's like, this is funny, but the
Maybe I should
translation.
That I disagree with you on one thing.
Yeah.
I disagree with the whole statement. I did not die in that cinema hall laughing, like the Joker movie, if you remember. I only laughed once. This is bad.
It's different.
No,
here's the thing.
No different.
No, Aziz. You only laughed because the guy put himself in the fridge and it was an absurd concept. It wasn't
Of course
supposed to
he
be
did it.
fucking...
Of course it's absurd. Some guy he strips naked and goes into the fridge. It's amazing. Like,
Yes, but-
I'm high. Let's go. Fridge. No, you don't do that. You don't normally do that.
No, don't forget the hotel scene when he went to his friend. Please don't forget.
No, that scene.
that scene
I
was
pissed
good.
myself laughing. And we were comparing the Detective Pikachu movie with the Sonic movie. And for me, I had very bad short-term memory. So for me, I remember how much I laughed, how much I cracked. This is my scale. Did I die? Did I piss myself? It's this scale, you know? And Detective Pikachu got me laughing more than Sonic. But Sonic has a better structure as a movie.
It's also
Precisely my point, right?
It also generated more hype when it showed like Tails at the end.
Yeah, the hype
they
of
did
Tails.
set up the sequel pretty well. Yeah,
The
they did
hype
set up the
was-
sequel pretty well. And the ending scene with Dr. Eggman, when he finally becomes Dr. Eggman, that was great.
Reconnaissance!
Yes.
Oh, it's something.
Dude, when they revealed the evil lab thing, I just could not hold it. It was
That was the best scene in the movie.
Yeah,
That was
which
the best
scene?
scene in the movie.
basically when he goes to his lab and he puts like anarchy song or whatever, he starts dancing, and then the electricity
Plays VR,
turns off,
yeah.
and when he opens the short, opens the thing to remove the short, it has evil lab on the thing. Fucking beautiful.
And the house electricity controls everything.
Dude, whoever sat in that writer's room sat and they hated themselves, and thank you for your sacrifice, because that was brilliant. And yes, I did make that connection. Yes, the Mario and the Mushroom Planet.
It's boring.
But the beauty, the reason I liked Sonic so much is because there wasn't a single time where I wasn't glued on the screen. and that's what an hour and a half movie should do. It's short, sweet, to the point. A lot of movies these days, they really try to focus on the woke message or on being outside the box. This is a classical story that's just well executed, and I miss those. We need more movies that are actually well executed, not just with a neat new idea. We need to go back to executing good movies before we execute good movies with good ideas.
I think 2019 was the end of woke movies, especially with the
No.
Joker.
No,
It
no.
was the starting point. 2020,
Check out
it's
the
the
comic.
guaranteed with Birds of Prey dying, and woke movies are just done. They have no place. People starting to get to get woke about that whole woke thing. Like, it's not a selling point anymore. You don't put a movie or a TV series expecting put woke stuff in it and expecting it to be good. And you can see it in the Joker movie, in the Sonic movie, in the Messiah TV series. Like, I saw maybe 6-7 episodes of, and it was beautiful. Like, an actual plot, no woke stuff whatsoever.
That's
I
the
love
fun
it.
part, right? You can put woke agenda in your shit, but that doesn't mean you don't work well on your story, on your directing, on your scenes. Like, most woke movies think just because they have the woke card, that means they have the good movie. And that's the thing that happens with Birds of Prey, right? They were lazy, and they were that lazy to call it Birds of Prey instead of Harley Quinn. Birds of Prey,
Birds of
so
Prey.
fans of DC would look at it and know it's Harley Quinn. Of course, they fixed that mistake, but it was too late. The movie already bombed. The movie did not make its
Also-
money back.
Also, I heard that the film itself wasn't that woke. It was just the actors and the director and the celebrities that were promoting the show. Finally, a superhero about women or something like that.
Yeah,
I call it
again,
I call it
The film
Brie
itself
Larson
wasn't that
syndrome.
woke.
The
But the
Brie
film itself
Larson
wasn't that
syndrome.
woke.
The
Yeah,
Brie Larson syndrome. It's
Brie Larson
it-
syndrome.
And one more thing. For God's sake, for all comic fans and comic producer and media out there, stop bringing bad, dead comics to life in the form of a movie without educating the fans before. First time in my life knowing there is something called Birds of Prey. For me, who did not even like comics when I was young, I don't know the difference between Batwoman and Batgirl. So you need me to know what Birds of Prey are, and it's expecting me to like it. There should be an education. There should be, a setting stage up with the, you can slap a Joker movie with some Birds of Prey references. You need to set up the stage, the hype. Stop believing in comic movies hype. Avengers did it, and Marvel did it, and they got a pass. I don't think that the Marvel movies are phenomenal, except Guardians of the Galaxy. I think they're
Guardians
good
is too
movies,
Yeah,
but no. Comic movies are bad. Superheroes genre is about to be done. It's about to be that's it. We executed all of what's inside. I don't know English. Come on, it's about to be finished. It's about to be done. Comic heroes shooting whatever the genre calls. I think it's at the end of it.
What's The Boys?
The Boys is like basically a TV show, I think, made by Amazon. And what they did is it's a twist on the superhero genre. Basically, what if superheroes were in real life? Well, they would be exploited like everything else. And they show you a world where that happens. It's a bit too edgy for my taste. It's a superhero show. Like, just make it fucking fun. It's a turn your brain off and don't think about it movie. Why are people like protesting superheroes?
That's the genre's done. We don't need it.
The genre done is not just for that reason. It's because Marvel, their next step for their next like great arc, does not look good for one
Yeah.
particular reason. everything. It's like the woke family fully took over after Avengers Endgame. And what happened was, the Eternals. It's supposed to have, for example, a Japanese character. It's supposed to have like different, a good diverse audience. What they did is they took all the diverse audience from the comics and shifted them all together to put one black person in there or something. It's so fucking weird. And they made one person gay, one person deaf. And I'm like, what? Like, what's
the
my
handicap community?
Yeah, pick your
just
disability
remind-
of choice. I'm like, what? We have Daredevil. Daredevil's fucking blind. Nobody cared. Nobody cared.
They went full woke.
Dude,
Yeah,
Get
they're gonna
woke, go
suffer.
woke.
Yo, God, I miss the simple days of Power Rangers Mighty Morphin. You have the black Ranger, the white, the yellow Asian Ranger, the
Wait a
pink
second.
white girl Ranger. And it was so simple. Very simple. I miss those days. The 90s. Where racism is simple. The black Ranger, everybody knows his own place. Just do it. Just do that.
What I hope eventually, and again, where I disagree with you, Aziz, 2019 wasn't the end. It was the beginning of the end of the woke movies. And what 2020 will be is the end.
Is the end, yes.
That's the only, like, again, Batwoman flopped, right?
Oh,
Batwoman
dude,
flopped. Every woke video game flopped. Every woke movie is flopping because people realize something. Woke people exist only on Twitter. They don't exist in real life.
Oh no, not that side.
Dude, when you said it says Batwoman flopped, it started raining outside at the same time.
Like, woke people only exist on Twitter, and they don't show up for your movie. And if, for example, you do something like what CDPR did, which is they did something for Cyberpunk, and one of the things they wanted to explore is how the transgender community evolves and deteriorates, right?
Oh no.
In the future, when you have cybernetic enhancements. And so they put an ad, and I don't need to tell you what the ad does, right? And the woke people started attacking them, right? And what happened?
To be fair, he has a point.
What happened was basically they jumped on, right? And they started attacking CDPR. And what CDPR did is like, we are promoting the trans agenda, you stupid people. Fuck off. And everybody was like, oh, from now on, we're not going to buy the CDPR. We're not going to buy Cyberpunk 2077, right? And all these people are people who don't even know what a game means. They don't even know how to fucking open a PC. And they are boycotting a video game company.
They browse Twitter on their phones. They don't even have a PC.
And that's the fun part, right? They only exist on Twitter. They won't go to your movies. They'll just be happy that the movie exists. They're not going to waste their buck. It's like, it's like that one YouTube video where they walk around and they tell people, is free healthcare good? Is free education for immigrants good? And, the woke people go like, yeah, it's going to be great. Ooh, we have to do it, right? And then they're like, okay, here's a donation box. And they bring like a jar. It's like, how about you donate some money for the immigrants' education? And they're like, actually, I'm just broke, says with a Starbucks cup in their hand. I don't have any cash on me, man. I'm so sorry. It's that, right? They love talking, but actually contributing, that's not going to happen. And that's why woke movies are dead, are going to die.
All bark, no bites. All these woke people, I swear.
Not even that big of a bite. If you ignore them, they'll just, what do we do? He's not responding.
I'm imagining just if Twitter didn't exist, where would they voice their shitty opinions?
College campuses, most likely.
Yeah,
It will be way more self-contained. Like,
It will be isolated.
keep your hate
No people
speech
to
off
laugh
this
at.
campus.
Yeah.
Keep your hate speech off this campus. I have to reference Trigglypuff. I always have to. But moving on from stupid, woke, ridiculous nonsense, and yes, Mahmoud, classic movies should come back. Execution, take good novels, produce. They're gonna come back eventually. Like whenever one wave pushes this way, another wave will push back, and eventually, Netflix is doing pretty well with that. Actually, Netflix has been where the good actors have been migrating away from Hollywood and blockbuster movies because they actually want to make shows that are good. And Netflix give you full creative freedom. It gives you a lot of shit, but it gives you a lot of good too. I'm personally looking forward to Altered Carbon season 2 coming on the 27th, 2 days from now. Altered Carbon is fucking amazing, and it's coming. It is season 2 is coming, and it's gonna be great. So far, the trailers look amazing. Castlevania season 3 is coming, and Castlevania, which is an animated series, which surprised me for being decent for a video game adaptation, is coming. So Netflix seems where people who want to actually make movies congregate. I'm looking forward to it, and The Irishman too, Mahmoud. It's pretty good. This podcast is sponsored by Costa.
Please look at you having some more coffee.
Drinking that British Brexit coffee. Anyways,
Costa's British.
Yes. Now, I want to talk about Digimon. Okay? And the reason I want to...
Do you mean the better Pokemon?
Yes, Pokemon.
I actually was watching... they released the whole rules of the game. I was watching a video about the whole rules of the game.
The card game?
Yes.
It's coming? Nice. Okay, do tell.
You start. I don't want to cut your train of thoughts. We will get into the card game later on.
Sure. So, Digimon has always been the underdog. And Temtem came out and everybody ignored Digimon. But Digimon never dies. Digimon sits on its throne. The elitist throne of good content and good games. And they sit there and they look at Pokemon. Same game, different skin, bad decisions, horrible. And it goes like... Digimon is the specialty coffee of the monster collecting genre. And Digimon Survive is coming. Digimon Survive puts amongst my favorite things together. Digimon and board games.
Yes.
Fucking tactical board game, fucking Digimon game.
Isn't it just Fire Emblem and Digimon?
It's strategy.
So much more than that. It's gonna be great. I never played the game. I only watched a few screenshots, but their history speaks for itself. Dude, Digimon brings like hardcore philosophy in their PG-13 video game. And they don't give a fuck. Right? They don't care. They just put it there. Just have fun with that. Think hard, Or that one side mission, which I won't spoil, which one I'm referencing as is, where the ending was...
Yes,
Really?
I know it.
Really? That's how you're gonna leave me off? What happens next? And it's just left for you to fucking invade your head.
It's that Cyber Sleuth?
Yes, Cyber Sleuth. Fucking terrifying.
Yes.
That fucking...
Terrifying.
That fucking side mission was terrifying.
Yes. هذا كلاس طريق. Not fair. Big brother is bullying. Not fair. Not fair. Whatsoever.
No, because Digimon deserves every word of praise it can ever get.
Yes,
Poor
yes,
genre. I hope their next game is great. The card game is coming back, and I hope that card game is also great. Because enough is enough. Pokemon, you're out.
Looks like they're gonna do their comeback Israel this year. So
Yes.
yeah. Because
That's what-
seriously,
That's what Digimon always does, though. 2 years, they hide and then show up with a game, you know?
something like this. I don't know.
As a 69 IQ, 200 hours in Cyber Sleuth, both in PS4 and PC, I can only conclude that 2020 is the year of the Digimon. There will be a coming back. I'm gonna change the name of my channel. I'm gonna raise a banner. I'm gonna go all Digimon on this. There is no coming back.
There is no coming
All
back.
of them
That's
Digimon.
one thing. Dude, when I saw the reveals for Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I was so fucking disappointed. Aziz, DarkraiQ8, came to me out of the skies. And he was like,
Children.
try Pokemon Cyber Sleuth. And I'm like, okay. I like Digimon.
Pokemon Cyber Sleuth.
Sorry, Digimon. I always mix them up. Forgive me for my heresy. Oh, mighty one. Right? And so I played. And then I realized for the first time in my life, I was grinding and having fun. What? That doesn't happen. I don't like grinding. I tell Aziz to make my teams. I tell you, Hamoud, to make my teams. I don't want to grind for anything. And here I was grinding because it felt like a math puzzle.
Yes.
It felt like a math puzzle, and the game rewards you for solving the math puzzle. And it is grindy. It takes hours, but there is an element of fun to it. And then and you can do it while you're playing the campaign. It's not like Pokemon where everything is hidden post game for some reason. It was beautiful.
And then you look at the grinding in Pokemon. You just one of these YouTube videos where the guy built an auto A button, something, click, 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 click. He just taped the stick to move circles.
Oh, dude! Don't underestimate the auto click button. That thing is genius. But that's besides the point. Pokemon is gonna fall. Temtem is gonna scrap off its remains, and Digimon will stand above them.
نداء إلى قاعدة الديجيتال.
Okay, but do tell us about the card game. How is it looking?
Card game looking so good, looking amazing. Basically, you have a 53 card deck. You start with 3 baby Digimon on the field, so you can evolve them immediately. And evolving,
so it's a team of 3 starting off.
Yes, and evolving, it's not restricted by like Pokemon, and you have to have your Pikachu and your Raichu. No, restricted by color. If you have a red baby Digimon, you can evolve a red level 2 Digimon on.
Right.
So it makes things simpler. Also, if you want to play a very strong Digimon, but you don't want to wait for the evolution chain because Digimon has an absurd evolution chain, you can pay another cost to drop your beater early game, which is the marker thing. I'm not sure how the marker is gonna have what side effects, because you sent me the link mid video. I was watching it, and so you can pay a cost, and that cost will benefit your opponent.
Oh, so you minus yourself to get the big body.
Yeah, to get the big body, or you can evolve, and the game reward you for evolving, because every Digimon has an inherent effect or ability that stacks up evolution. So let's say Agumon gives 1000 attack, and it's gonna stack with every evolution.
Right.
So they still encourage you to evolve normally.
Yes.
Okay. So how do you win? What's the objective? How do you win the game? Do you beat the other Digimon team?
I'm not sure. I told you I saw only half of the video.
Right.
And he was explaining about the evolution. Maybe the end game is the other half. And the game looks good. The board looks simple enough. And one thing I don't like, there are security cards. You take the top 5 cards random of your top deck and put them there. Luckily,
no prizes.
No, they're not prizes. They're different.
Okay.
you can attack them to gain them in order to attack your opponent later on. From what I understood.
Okay.
I need to watch the video and give you, a whole idea on what will happen.
But as
they
is,
fixed the evolution. They fixed the evolution. You can evolve. You gain a benefit. But if you don't want to evolve, you can pay another cost. You get to drop your biggest body on the field, and everything looks good. Looks simple enough.
as is, you're forgetting the most important detail, and I resent you for it. The card art. How dare you? Now let me take a break. Show them the card art.
How do I?
Share the screen. There's a button.
Oh, that's great.
Share
All
screen.
right,
Nearly the studio.
The Dugaimon card game new. Digimon.
Yeah, let's see.
All right. Let me.
Will it be better than Pokemon though?
I don't think so. No, it's the art is pretty good. Pretty good. All right, this is the website. Yep. No. Okay. This is the website, and let me share my screen. And share screen. Okay, share screen. Screen 1, share. And this is the Digimon. Okay. You can see this one? All right. No, this
I
one.
can't see it yet.
Yet. How about now?
Nope. Maybe just send the link to
Oh, okay.
Trillion.
Wait, 1 second. Why it's not sharing?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I can see it now.
Okay. This is the website, and this is the War Greymon. Let me zoom in on that thing. This is the art of War Greymon. This is Agumon.
Oh, he looks pretty cool.
Yep.
Surprisingly.
You
Yeah.
got
Surprisingly good.
Agumon, Gabumon here. This is Patamon, Gabumon. So far, we only have 3 decks. The red one being the aggro deck, the yellow one being the controlling deck, the blue one being the status condition deck. So far.
And hopefully this game actually makes it. And if it's good, it actually gets the recognition it deserves. Because we need a better game out of the Japanese. Okay, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh are not doing it anymore. Okay, Yu-Gi-Oh's trash at this point, just utter trash. And you can have fun if you choose to nerf yourself and play properly, But and Pokemon is just power creep.
They had it going in the last year in when Sun and Moon was like. When Sun and Moon
2 years ago.
Yeah.
When
2 years
Sun and
ago,
Moon
yeah.
was out, the direction was good, but since then it's all been downhill. The second that the last rotation hit, it was ridiculous. And here's the thing: Magic is fucking boring looking. It's a fun game, but it's just so fucking bland, right? I want more color in my cards, and hopefully Digimon helps me with that. We need an actual good game coming out of the Japanese, and hopefully they don't power creep it. Hopefully they know what they're doing.
The problem with Pokemon and Magic, they say they share the same problem. Super old mechanic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They both share the same problem.
They did not age
Magic-
well.
Yeah, Magic, they did not care. This is our game. You like it, you like it. They did not fix the game. Pokemon, they did not fix the game, but they put patches upon patches upon patches. And what we call it, drop your hand, draw 7, Ultra Ball, Quick Ball, searches upon searches upon searches of cards. So basically, you have access to your deck by brute force, not by game mechanic. The best game in terms of, health of the deck building itself is Yu-Gi-Oh! You don't need that much draw power. You have decent draw, decent search, and your deck feels like a deck. But the game itself is trash because they kept stacking mechanics instead of rotating it. So we don't have a perfect game yet. We need it. Actually, I can say with every confidence I have, the best card game mechanic-wise is Cardfight Vanguard. It's the best game mechanic-wise. It's after the reboot, it stays the same. It's even better than the first time you played it. And Cardfight Vanguard is an amazing game. It's so sad how the community developed here in Kuwait. And I would have continued playing the game. Actually, back in the States, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon were my side games. And I was not even looking at Magic. Vanguard was my thing. And thank God I was not community organizer. I was the guy who shows up and win the tournament and go house. Simple as such. It was an amazing time. Very, very, very amazing. Very, very fun times. Vanguard is mechanically balanced. And this is my small rant on card games.
Is it still a good game though, Vanguard, right now?
It is still a good game. It will be a good game because of the reboot mechanic. They fixed everything.
So no more extra deck. Please tell me there's
No more extra deck. No, they removed extra deck. Removed.
Yeah,
They removed.
Because the second they pretended to be Yu-Gi-Oh, the prices went way too.
Yeah, and Vanguard is coming on the phone soon.
Yeah,
Vanguard as Vanguard Zero. They learned a lesson from Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, and they changed the game so the online game is different than the actual game. It's not a thing I like, but you get something at least. Yeah, something mobile in your hand. And I would be fine playing Vanguard if you guys up to it. That's it. Building a deck, building one deck and playing is very, very simple.
We'll get back to you on that. With that said, hell, shit. What was the next topic? Keep talking.
Digimon. All right. As me who follows every single leak of Digimon Survive, the game looks absolutely fantastic. And from what I have from my very unreliable sources, the game is gonna be edgy and dark. Like some of the missions in Cypher Sleuth. Yeah. I think they're going to be maybe either perma character death or perma Digimon death. Something along these lines. Yeah. From what I gathered, there is gonna be some edgy concept about that one. It's going to be good though. It's going to be good.
Yes, we did mention this, Mahmoud, about the plague. Corona did arrive in Kuwait.
Yeah.
Corona with the K.
Dude, the way people reacted to it is fucking hilarious. In my workplace, so I did what I usually do one day before a vacation. I was super sleepy. I showed up to work, I punched in, and I'm like, oh God, I'm sleepy. Well, I finished all my work, so I'm gonna go to the car, and I'm gonna ring the seat, I'm gonna put my phone not on silent, so if anybody needs me, I'm there. And then I just slept, right? During that time, the place was full, right? Everybody was attending. I open my eyes, I get up, I'm like, ooh, it's 11. Okay, now let's me go in and just waste time in my office because there is no work today. And I sit down and I see nobody. Nada. I look at my phone and coronavirus. Kuwait was joking so much about the virus, trolling the entire way through until it came. And then everybody's like,
Everybody's just...
Which is ridiculous. Because the mortality rate is 2%. What are you scared of? There's
unless if they're like you, Trillion, you'll probably be unlucky to die.
Sorry for watching in, but he sent me the link for the Digimon leaks. Do you want me to share it?
Okay. Sure.
Because a lot of sexy
stuff.
Very nice.
Okay, Aziz, that word coming out of you does not feel right. Don't use that ever
Okay.
again.
Okay. I'm trying to adapt, I'm trying to adapt,
To us non-boomers, huh?
Hey, dude, I remember first time for me back in the state when I said fuck the first time. Brian lost his shit. Okay, what's wrong? Did I use it? What? He said, no, nothing. It's just coming from you. It's hilarious.
It's like it's like that old man coming into the party.
What's up,
That's-
people?
Yes, just how are you doing in the hood?
Yes. All right, look. All right. This is Sharafimon, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he looks amazing.
Are you sure that's too cool to look like Seraphim? Can you zoom in? Oh yeah, it is Seraphim. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Sharafimon. Give me 200%
Yeah.
of zooming.
Okay.
All right. And this is
Yes, Zudamon. Yes.
Zudamon.
I love how the cards look.
This is the effect of Seraphimon. This is the effect of Seraphimon. When it attacks, when one of your opponent gets minus 4,000 DP. No, nice. This is like the field control of the yellow, I think, yeah.
Nice,
this
nice.
is
I really like
Zudamon.
the way they're designed. They're visually appealing, very appealing.
Shadowing. Oh, these are, they call it, I think, trainer cards. Not tamer
Option
cards.
cards. Option cards.
Tamer
yeah.
cards. They have a name. Tamer
written
cards,
here.
I think. Yeah. All right. And we go down. There is a video. And these some of the
Yeah,
arts.
look at Agumon just holding the card. That's fucking
Yeah.
nice.
Dude, I'm not joking with you. Like the art, the card.
Yeah.
the
No,
artist.
we're not finished yet. We're not finished. This is the board.
Right?
You see the counter from 0 to 10. This is the thing you pay. In order to
Right,
drop
right.
your the big ass Digimon. And this is the majestic Groromon. And we have holy shit, this metal Groromon looks amazing. Holy shit.
These card designs are really, really, really.
This guy looks scary as shit.
It
You know,
looks like something Abby would be
reminds me-
interested in.
Yes,
To be
Abby.
honest, yeah.
Theomon, Agumon, we saw that one. This is
This is
Birdramon.
Moltres.
Yeah.
No, that's Bird Ramon. Fuck you, Hamud. Moltres
Sandeep?
doesn't exist.
Oh, Garudamon looks good.
Yes.
صنديد والمدرع.
Metal Greymon.
Golden, if we're gonna read the effects, it's gonna take us like days. Sadly,
Yeah,
it's
we're
not
gonna
a
have to
set
do
review.
it.
I'm
yeah.
gonna do a video. I'm gonna do a video on my channel on this. All right? I'm gonna
Yeah,
do a
just
video on my
explain
channel.
the rules and all
DarkraiQ8.
that.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm gonna
explain.
research the rules. I'm gonna do a video on it. Okay, this is Ty Amjad, aka Amjad. All right, Gaia Force, Sunamon. Let me go faster.
Blue
Gabumon.
cards. These are blue cards.
Other cards and some.
I'm really
Legion.
liking the blue. The blues are really like rubbing well on me.
Yeah, then you get the blue, I get the yellow, and somebody else gets.
And I
red.
get
we
the
get,
red.
no, we get all of them and we play all of them.
Yeah, basically, these
let's
are the
not
three
pretend.
structure. These are the three structure decks.
Nice, nice.
Right, and holy shit, Leomon looks amazing.
Yeah, of course they bring Leomon. Yeah, like I was wondering where he comes, where he's at.
Oh, yeah. How
So
long is
so
this
far there
thread?
are only. So far only 3 types or 3
Colors.
colors. Yeah, okay.
I think they're gonna still restrict it on 3 colors.
Yeah, I'm fine with that as long as the game is fun and the designs are cool. I have no complaints.
What is this? I have no idea. All right, I think we're done. Sorry for taking so
Yeah.
long.
Okay.
Now I found my topic, right? And
Yeah.
here's the thing. It's so I was sitting and I was playing Fire Emblem 3 Houses, right? And something weird occurred to me. In the game, they were talking about mercenaries like they were like a good thing or like an institution, right? And I'm like, that reminds me of something. That reminds me of a rant I did way back when during the anime law days about Berserk, shitting on the concept of the mercenary in Berserk and how it's not really historically accurate. They shouldn't be called mercs, right? And people defended it, and that was beside the point. The idea was that, okay, it seems like Japan has a thing with mercs, mercenaries, and they sort of like the idea. And so I started dissecting this. Why does the Japanese have such a high opinion of the mercenary? So I broke this down.
Robin Hood syndrome, I think. They like it so much.
I'll do you one better, right? First things first, they don't know what a mercenary means to England or to France or to Germany, right? Because mercenaries in Europe basically were forces that you use to augment your own levy. So you raise your levy. If you don't have enough, you bring some mercs in, and the price of the merc is the money you give him and the looting and the pillaging they do. So mercenaries were not good people, and people knew that. And always like, oh, you're using mercs, you piece of shit. I use knights like a real man, that type of thing, right?
Gatekeeping war.
But the Japanese, what were their mercs if you think about it?
Samurais.
The samurais were used for hire to protect the common people, and eventually they became a noble class. So their noblest class came out of mercenaries. And their entire idea of the knight and the Bushido code and all that all came from the idea of mercenary. So in their head, a mercenary is actually a good thing that does good stuff. And they kind of subconsciously adopted that to the name mercenary whenever they're trying to adopt the Western role or the Western fantasy style. Because you only see that in Japanese games where the mercenary is celebrated. So, curious, what do you guys think of this?
Let me tell you something. Mercenaries are so... I'm going to talk here as some kind of expert in Islamic studies. And
right.
I tell you, being a merc is so... I don't know what's the professional word here, but...
Frowned upon?
Frowned upon, yes. I'm looking for this. In Islam, there is a whole verse in the Quran stating the punishment of mercenary. And the punishment goes as follows. There are 3 tiers for the mercenary punishment. 3 tiers. Tier 1, death.
That's tier 1?
Yes. It's goes down. Sorry, it goes down. And it depends on what you it depends on what you did throughout this, let's say, raid. All right. So tier 1 is death. Tier 2 is cutting your right hand and left leg. Tier 3 is let's make it simple, prison.
Wait.
Wasn't it banishment?
Yeah, banishment. Yeah.
Isn't that first for let's say terrorists or something? I know about that. I know about that.
For
first.
mercenaries.
Mercenaries.
Yes.
Not for banditry? Are you sure?
Same thing.
Because the mercenary is only like they're like armies for hire type of thing, while a bandit intentionally looks for like merchant caravans and raids them to gain money. So one is like a professional army that you can hire that also is designed to kill people and raid and pillage and do all these things as a bonus during war, while the other one is just bandits.
Yeah,
so
maybe,
are you sure you're not mixing those up?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm mixing those up. So mercenary, okay, 100% bandits are included in this, but do mercenaries make raids on people, on villages, on streets, on travel roads? Do they do that? If they do,
in Europe,
they're included.
In Europe, the way they were used is basically you hire them to augment your army, and one of the bonuses is that they get to raid whatever you're attacking. So in the case you take a city, well, they're going to have their fun there. And you know how European sieges go. Nobody's spared. You know?
Okay.
So they're under that context. Eventually, the mercenaries, like, they got replaced by actual standing armies from nations. So they realized, they brought the mercs in. They're like, we're training you professionally. We'll pay you all the time, and we're going to train you and make you proper and nice. But before that, you raise the levy, and if you need more troops, you bring the mercs in, and they're never fun.
Yeah, as Sheikh Mahmoud stated, yes, the rule would apply to them. So
Yes.
The right parts of it. Yeah.
علامة الأمة المهدي محمود.
Drinking Costa.
So again, why would the Japanese not understand this is what confuses me. Because if you're trying to make a concept, you do the proper research on it. But what's in the Japanese that makes them misinterpret this? That's the thing I don't get. Why is there romanticism?
Maybe they're just looking at things from their own culture, like the same for how they view samurai as honorable, and samurai are mercs. It's probably they're just viewing it from their culture, not looking at the other cultures.
Yeah, but samurai were horrible.
But they say they're honorable, so that's how they're gonna look at it.
It's it's how you can see it. You can see it from all of the anime shows and all of the even the Japanese TV shows. The Japanese cultures romanticize with the bad boys, and they take a bad boy concept.
Right.
It's a mercenary. It's whatever rebel armies, and they make them the good main cool characters. I don't know. They romanticized being bad because the only thing they got bad is 2 nukes, and that's it.
Too soon.
No, isn't the like to me one of the like hilarious analogies I got from somebody was that Japan suffers from Stockholm syndrome as a culture, where they got nuked and owned by the USA, and now they want to be them, and they want to be under their wing.
Yeah,
they went full capitalist on it.
Dude, you get a vague, cool concept from the West, and you romanticize about it, and you make a story. Don't even need to research it. It's like the Vikings, the Viking concept. Before the anime Villain Saga, before it, all the Viking anime were poorly researched. You get a very cool concept of people, very strong fighters with horns and boats, and you make an anime about them, those being good. It's like pirate concept. The whole thing about One Piece. You get
How are they good if they're pirates?
Yeah. The whole thing about One Piece is making pirates good, and I can go on and on. Ninjas, Naruto's, shinobis were assassins. They were not heroes whatsoever. Taking that concept and make it poorly researched, making it good, because people like it. People like those cool things,
So
it's not only okay.
Yeah,
it's not only the Japanese. It's actually also the Arabs. They romanticize the Mexican cartels of like what happened with Mexico, that drug thing. They I think imprisoned the son, one of the sons of Pablo Escobar.
No, not Escobar, El Capo, I think.
El Capo, yeah. If you check Twitter and the hashtag, the Arabic hashtag for what happened,
right?
They're praising. They're romanticizing. They're making like I don't know, bringing the script, like this picture of the man with Arabic poems and something. This is how you defend family. They like this guy.
It's simple.
Seriously,
For Arabs, it's simple. For Arabs, it's simple.
But it's the same
They
concept.
like to show off.
Yeah.
And what's the cartels do?
Show
The
off.
Bambinas and the Bambunos and everything they show off. They like to show off. and Arabs dig this shit. They don't dig it. They drink it. They like it so much.
So
Sure.
okay, does it have to do with like so pirates, ninjas, and what's the name?
Vikings.
Mercenaries, Vikings,
Cartels, even also.
cartels. All of those really have one unifying theme, which is sort of anarchism. Do you think it's basically what the Japanese in that particular case is doing, is trying to like romanticize the idea of anarchism? And anarchism, of course, being a decentralized one person controls despite the big government. I do whatever I want, and me and my inner circle supersede the rules and have our own different rules. Would it be a sort of romanticism of just the idea of the rebel, the idea of revolt and rebellion?
Of freedom.
I
The thing
actually
you
would
cannot do, the thing you cannot attain. The
Yeah,
thing you
yeah.
cannot
I
have.
would agree. I would agree with you on that. Yeah, yeah.
Emperor.
It's not only the Japanese. It's not only the Japanese.
Yeah. But it's very prevalent in the Japanese media, and the people absorbing it is, of course, another factor to consider. The Arabs love, the Narutos and the One Pieces and all that. And if you look at all of these cultures, they're all kind of like locked into a style of life that has a lot of rules, a lot of do's and don'ts, and if you don't bow the right way, then you get fired or something. And so, would you consider it like as their form of escape, the same way like in Europe they go for superhero video films, because to them the superhero is the idea of the person who is so powerful, people look up to him, and that's where the dichotomy is. Or there is a dichotomy between which culture likes which content.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's what
I
you're
would
missing.
agree. I would agree. Yeah.
It's what you're missing. It's what you're deprived of. Freedom, a ruler, a role model, and whatever thing you're deprived of, you seek.
You're looking for what you can't have.
Bambinas,
Yeah.
cocaine. It's just simple, very simple.
Just like why weebs watch hentai all the time. So yeah.
Speaking of, it just came off the top of my head since you mentioned it. Have you guys heard of Project Melody?
I saw a meme, but I did not understand.
I saw a couple of videos I just seen the thumbnail. That's pretty much it. I didn't check what happened.
Okay, so for context, for people who don't know, everybody knows the webcam culture, right? It's been as old as the internet. You get paid, and for doing very questionable things as a very attractive female.
Questionable, yes.
Right. So what Project Melody did is basically it's not a game, it's software developed on an Unreal Engine that basically gives you full control over a virtual environment, and with the character being Melody. Okay. And people get to watch the stream much like a webcam show, and the person who's doing the webcam show, the female, would just be onto the mic, and she would have a control panel, and the person there would be moving around and doing all the other webcam things, right? And what happened was, it was it got like 40,000 followers or shit, like something like that, when it was streamed, right? When Project Melody was streamed. And what happened, that's fine. Well, that was expected. Us men of culture know this, right? We can look and it's like, of course, here we go again, a new form of the same thing. But what happened is the reaction that the webcammers had. They were so pissed off that their viewership was being taken, and they basically said, this is what's wrong with people. It's like misogynistic men wanting to get the ideal form of whatever they want and going for the fake female instead of the real female. And I'm just laughing, looking.
They're stealing our jobs.
Basically. Fake women are stealing our jobs, and all I can think of was like, you did that.
Good.
You guys did that.
The Bedrock production is coming through slowly.
This is only the
You come
beginning.
to realize.
virtual girls to robots. I don't know.
Dude, here's the thing. It's basic economics, right? If there's high demand for webcams, but there's also very high supply. So, the it's oversaturated, right? Everything is spread out, and then you get a new product that is very low in supply. There aren't too many people doing it with super high demand. So
Anime
people
girls.
are
Yeah.
gonna migrate to check it out, if anything, right? That's what's gonna happen. And it didn't take 1 week for webcammers to freak the fuck out. And to me, I find that heartwarming.
Let me search it
Yeah.
up real quick.
Dude, at some point, woman will go instinct.
We'll go instinct, Bill Burr style.
Whoa,
We're
whoa,
gonna
whoa,
go full
what's
Bill
it
Burr
called?
on
What's
it.
it
I think women are becoming more unnecessary day by day.
Project Melody, that's its name. No, one part of it is why do people go for that? Why do people go for webcams to begin with? Mainly because they want sexual relief from lacking of sexual relief. And if you know anything about the dating culture in the US and in modern Europe, it's fucking cancer, right?
Crazy.
It's fucking it's dangerous. It's not crazy. It's dangerous. So as a regular person with a low-paying job, just a regular job, and all the threats that of allegations of rape, marriage, divorces, killing your income, child support, feminism, all of that stuff on this team, you'd eventually just go for the webcam. Better yet, a virtual one, so you can fully disassociate yourself from the thing that is dangerous.
Dude, I'm looking forward for the day that sex dolls will be legal to buy in Kuwait. I'm just looking forward for this day. Dude, but I work in a very respectable company. All right? People there getting paid very well. And I hear people who are my age and older. All right? My age and older who are so fucking afraid of getting married. From all the stories, and you cannot blame them. Dude, if you think people got it hard in the US, if she divorces you, she take half of your paycheck. Dude, here in Kuwait, if she divorces you, she's gonna take your paycheck and your pants and your everything.
Well, yeah, she takes your home out, yeah.
Okay, she takes everything. Judges in Kuwait, they are with women 100% so much. They make you take loans upon loans upon loans upon loans to
Just
pay.
to cover the tracks, yeah.
Just to cover. And God forbid if you have children with her. Holy shit, you will not even survive. Holy shit. Holy shit. I know of a man who works in the he's a firefighter. And they get paid around $3,500 a month. Now, that's very average to low average payment in Kuwait. And he gets less than $600 from that a month. 80%.
Oh.
80% of his monthly income goes to his wife and kids. Justice. No justice has been done. There is a law in Kuwait that stated you cannot take loans and you cannot take loans up to 40% of your income, monthly income. The judge overruled that and makes it 70 to 80%. So he makes you take more and more and more of your money monthly. And it's crazy. People are so afraid of getting married. It's crazy. One guy, he said it loud and clear. Dude, I have my own apartment. He lives in his own apartment. He's normally in Kuwait, we live with our parents until we get married. I live in my own apartment. He's single. Huh? I live in my own apartment When it's get tough, I just do my hand serve me well, and that's it. And I play video games, and nobody cares. And if sex dolls are legal, holy shit, dude, there wouldn't be no marriage whatsoever.
Woman would be obsolete.
Women are right now. Back in the days, you need a woman, because of the different roles of male and female. She cook, she cleans, and you work, you bring the money, and so on and so forth. Right now, we're becoming more and more like the US, and you get married and you hire a maid, and that's already 10% of your income for the maid's monthly income. And it's getting crazy. It's not fun to get married right now in Kuwait if you are considering all the risks. And when I think about it, when I think about it, and this is somewhat of a, just sorry for dragging this, but just train of thought. I always wonder why in Islam we have this statement: half of your religion is getting married. If you think about it, we are Muslim. You Christians and infidels and Jews has it easy. As Muslims, we pray, we fast, we don't do all the forbidden shit like alcohol and adultery and whatsoever. We have it tough, and all of that is just half, and just marriage is the other half. Considering that much weight, and you see the shit we're going through, yes. Now I can see the picture. Okay, yeah, yes, it is half. It should be more.
No, it is an interesting thing, mainly because a lot of it is due to, feminism and poor decisions made by dumb people, right? And what it ends up with is creating a culture that is separated by terms of gender, obviously. And what that turns to is people get desperate and they will stop eventually. And it's a bad idea, and eventually it will be reversed. But how much damage will be done until then? Because again, my generation, like I know 20 people who got divorced in my immediate circle, and I can
half the people like are divorced.
Yeah, my age, right? And even older, doesn't matter, right? And it all comes from just this toxic idealism of what marriage is supposed to be and not what it actually is, which is a fucking struggle. Maybe a worth it struggle, but a struggle nonetheless. And a lot of people get sold in the idea that it's not a struggle. It's it's ponytails and.
I always get asked the same question. Aziz, you are married. Do you recommend marriage for me? I'll say immediately no. If you're not ready. If you are ready to sacrifice, to struggle, to make time, to get interrupted of your holy routine, don't get married. You have to know the consequences, to know the sacrifices. Then you are ready to get married. Don't get married because my mom told me so. It's not. Let me tell you. Let me make one thing clear. I'm happily married. Alhamdulillah. I'm happily married. But that comes with a price, with a lot of sacrifice, a lot of making time for my family, a lot of things. A lot of things I have to pay, literally, and metaphorically. So if you're not ready to pay, literally and metaphorically, don't get married. It's simple, and nobody gonna judge you for that, because if you want to have your own life, just don't get married. You want your apartment with your PC and your video game and your right hand, so just live it. It's the life. Don't cage yourself if you think it's a cage. Don't get into the marriage thinking it's a cage. You will get trapped, no matter what. Like, comment, subscribe, share.
On that note, I do have to end the stream despite it being a bit early because I'm not actually in my recording set and I'm using somebody's room and that somebody needs to go to sleep. So I do have to end this a bit earlier. So yeah, closing remarks for both of you. Do you have any closing remarks?
I forgot what I wanted to say. None.
He's thinking of the marriage.
Manages false advertisement, everybody. That's
Oh, that's
Remember,
Abby. What
guys,
day is it? Abby.
subscribe to Project Melody. Subscribe to DarkraiQ8.
DarkraiQ8. Digimon
Thank you
Q8.
guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I remind you, this day will be the new time for the live stream. We got good viewership, so I'm very happy with this time. So yeah, thank you guys for coming, and hopefully we see you guys next week.
all right. Sakapi.
Digimon.